Good to see you.
Alright, welcome back everyone to the Road to 100. Today we are going to be um, discovering a little bit about the very first set of blood code that you get in the game. So here we are in the Crypt Spire. You can see that it's basically the Red Cathedral. And we're going to be investigating none other than the caster build. Um, and oops, this needs to be this one. Um, well, let's see. We'll go for more dark damage. And so what we're going to be investigating today is building an entire system here around one gift, Hoarfrost Stream, here in the Crypt Spire. So everything that you see here will be related to maximizing Hoarfrost Stream and using it over and over and over again against all enemies, no matter who they are or what we come up against. And we're going to be paired up with the Collateral Spur or Suicide Spur, which we just found, well, you could have found in the Crown of Sand where we were yesterday. And oh, my screen is a little off here. Let me turn that just a bit. Okay. And what we're going to be investigating is how does this pair up as a system to ensure that we have quick cooldown, we have fast gift speed, we have adequate iCore regeneration, we have damage ups, and we have instant cooldowns. So we should be very effective as we go through here. Um, did I want to do this one? No. Okay, side note, we need to go and get, sorry, bear with me a second. We are going to, no, this needs to be Jack. Okay, and this, and strengthen Dex. Sorry, this is my mistake. I need to do a thing. Okay, so we need to go and get, let's see, yep. I need to go and get a Queen Tungsten from the Queen's Knight real fast, and I wanted to do a, sorry for not preparing earlier, but that's okay. We'll do this here, real quick, real easy, and we'll continue on. So we're going to be utilizing the Suicide Spur with the Chrome on it, Theon Chrome, specifically for the Black Hunters, so we can take them out very quickly and easily because we will be sneaking up on them, and most likely we will be getting backstabs every time. Okay, so where are you, Jack? Okay, so let's go ahead and ice and lightning and gift accelerator. There we go. Okay. Sorry, this shouldn't take me but one hit here. Okay, so you're kind of seeing it in real time. Okay, so 5, 6. So we're doing all the crazy buff ups here. Let's go ahead and heal. And then one more, and Jack's Communal. Okay. And one more. And one more. Final Journey. Then you do one. Ice. This. Overdrive. This. And then one more. And remember, you only need enough time to actually do one application. Okay, and let's go. There we go, and wait for his health bar. There we go. Okay, and we'll run back. And there's our tungsten. Come on, mist. There we go. Okay, so now we can switch back to, caster. And go for the bayonet. So we're going to be investigating how the bayonet, that is just called bayonet, the literal bayonet, operates when it's paired up for a drain rating. So it comes in at a 0.41, starts at a base of 0.27 drain rating. So times 1.8, I'll give you all the stats here as we go. So 1.8 times 0.27, so it gets us a half a iCore on strike, but times the Devour Chrome gets us 0.73 on a I-Core on a strike, and then times Blood-Sucking Blades, which is about a 1.8. So we should be getting back about 1.3 I-Core per weapon strike, which isn't too terribly bad. Oh. So as soon as you get into the Crypt Spire, you're allowed to get Rin's Hephaestus blood code, if you didn't know that. So as soon as you beat the Successor of the Throat, you can come back here and you can go ahead and pick up another blood code from her. So let's go for a Judgment Spur, just since that's another color variant we don't have. Okay, we'll upgrade the Blood Veil real quick. Yep, we want to. Okay, and let's speed upgrade here. Nice thing about having a keyboard is upgrades go extremely quick. There we go. Oh, I guess we didn't need to do the Queen's Knight, but transform the Blood Veil. And we're going for Ice. Yes. Okay. Alright, there we go. Sorry for the delay. I got too excited about actually starting, and I forgot what we were actually doing. So apologies for that, but we'll make it up here as we go through. So we will have a little bit less Dark Gifting, which is where Dark Shout comes into play. That'll increase our damage output of Hoarfrost Stream by 50%. So every Black Hunter that we come up against, if he's directly in the first line of fire, it will knock him down, and then at the same time it will come around and it will damage him severely. So we get a little bit more. We get about 200 on Drain Attack, but that's okay because it's going to be ice, so it's going to be extremely damaging to the hunters since they are weak to Pierce Ice. We will do good damage. We'll get about 9 I-Core back on a backstab from these being at 1.01, and that's of course because of paired with Avarice. And we're going for this. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get these back. So we definitely want Camouflage and a Sound Suppressor, simply because of the fact that we are going to be trying to sneak around at different areas and different places. So for here, we will go for Mind and Willpower, and that's the bad thing about a keyboard right there. And Hoarfrost Stream. So 10,000, 20,000. So that's pretty good damage from one gift. Okay. And see, now we have not enough I-Core for another Dark Shout. So we're gonna go for Blood-Sucking Blades, and we'll go for some backstabs here. Almost kills this guy. There we go. And we go for a backstab on this guy. And we should almost kill again. Good. And then 1, 2, and indeed we are getting about 1.3 or so I-Core back. So for this guy, we can do the charge shots after we go for this backstab here. And you'll see what the charge pattern is for these. So it does multiple shots as they come out from the bayonet, which is great because if you're up close to an enemy like this, there's five bullets that come out, and if each one of them hits, they do really good damage versus the enemy. Okay, so let's go ahead and heal up, and let's go for a Dark Shout.
We should try hitting that level.
And we'll go for a Hoarfrost Stream on this guy. And, oh, that almost pushed him off. Okay, good. Okay, let's give him a shot. So it does like 4,500 on these guys, and they are fairly weak to these kinds of attacks. So we're doing really well to go ahead and be able to destroy these guys at close range. If we don't, and it only costs 2 I-Core, and if we had a gift, or if we had a blood code that could afford us, a I-core reduction, like
Take out the bayonet wielders.
like what is that? I'm forgetting the name. I-core efficiency. Then we could definitely do a lot more damage. Now, if you'll notice, when we did that Hoarfrost stream, it pointed up toward the ceiling. That's because it goes towards the enemy in such a way that it points in the direction that the camera is focused. So it doesn't always go in a direct circle around the room, which is what you want it to do, but it's not always the case. Okay, so let's go for this and Mia's communal. Since our I-core is getting pretty high, let's go for this, and then when these guys come, when this guy calls the monkeys, there's the monkeys. Oh, and we got hit. So Hoarfrost stream did not go around the room, but that's okay. It will now. Oh, come on. What was that? Why can't I hit these guys? Okay, well this was a failed attempt in here. Now the regular shots of the bayonet are fairly slow, and as you can see they don't travel very far at all. They are about a very mid to close range. That was pretty bad, Mia. They're very close to mid-range kind of a shot, but and it doesn't have exceptional drain. There's nothing really good about it, except for the fact that it does that 5-shot charge attack, which is really great. Okay, so that one Hoarfrost stream should have wiped out the room, but instead I got hit by the monkey, and it paused the second spin around. So if you get attacked in the animation, then you won't be able to finish the circle, which is really unfortunate. Okay, so let's go for these and blood-sucking blades, and we'll go for the invasion here. Where's the chunky boy? There we go. Good. And we'll go for a Hoarfrost stream. Good. Let's go for a backstab on this guy, so that we can get another Hoarfrost stream here as soon as this comes out of cooldown. Okay. Now this guy's running, so as soon as he... Okay. There we go. Got rid of these guys. Now we're going to need a little bit more I-core to make sure that we go for another Hoarfrost stream. But we can shoot that guy point blank and take out really good damage. And we'll stop this guy from going crazy here. Let's get as many backstabs as we can on this guy. There we go. That'll bring us up pretty high here, getting us ready for the hunters that are coming in. And Mia's getting some drains as well. That's very good. Good. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Now somebody might be coming down the hallway, which is really bad if they are. Okay, here he comes. Good. Okay, let's get rid of this guy. Good. Now we haven't had a need to use Disremember yet, as that is a very expensive decision to make, because you have to decide to use 10 I-core to use Hoarfrost Stream, and then you have to decide to use another 10 to use Disremember, and then another 10 to use Hoarfrost Stream again. So you need a minimum of 30 in order to cast 2 Hoarfrost Streams back to back. And that's very expensive. but as you can see, the caster blood code can definitely hold its own. Now, if we want, we can go with the intensified to get a much higher dark gift ability. So we'll go for the intensified here for a little bit.
Right there.
Unless we're coming up on the hunters, which will go for the ice. So in here we are definitely going for a dark shout Hoarfrost stream. And that guy's dead. So that's very good. So you can see the difference it makes in the damage output of Hoarfrost stream since we're intensified. So that's very good. And let's go ahead and get back as much Ichor as we can. And since we have regular Mia, again, we are able to have 2 stacks of blood-sucking blades. And we're just gonna, get all of our Ichor back here. Now we have 30, so that's great. We can go for a double Hoarfrost stream if we need to. And this blood code and setup and everything is also really good for the Blade Bearer fight and the Cannoneer fight, as you can continue all your gifts except Dark Shout, because you can make sure that you just change out your gifts for Crush and Pierce accordingly. Okay, and here we go. And it didn't kill anybody else, but that's okay, because all we need to do is just kill this guy and head on up here. So we can't even shoot these guys from this distance with the bayonet, simply because it has a very, very close range. It's not a long-range weapon by any means. Okay, and coming up here on the other Black Hunters, you can go for the backstab approach, or you can go for the double disremember. Since we have 21, we can't go for the double disremember unless we do some like blood sacrifice type options. But we'll go for this, and as we open the door and come to this fantastic lighting here, we're going to drink some water. So the gold in this lighting looks a lot better than the white does, as the white barely changes any difference. But I don't like my hair that it turns to this like strawberry color. It's kind of weird. Okay, so since these guys are in here, we'll just go for a mind and willpower. We'll go for a dark shout. We'll go for a cast here, and then we're gonna go for this guy. And everybody's dead. And that's how you win these guys with Hoarfrost stream. And again, this is the caster blood code, the one you get at the beginning of the game from just existing. And we're almost up to the maximum of 50 for Ichor, so we've been doing pretty well so far. Okay, now coming up here, we are going to want to switch to a drain version, and we will go for camouflage, a sound suppressor, and an drain activator. Excuse me, having some digestion here from the water. And we'll drain this guy, and we'll get a bunch of Ichor, and we'll get another drain, and that should kill. Oops. And this is all good because we definitely need to be killing these guys as quickly as possible while getting as much Ichor back as possible. There we go. So now we're right back up to tippity top almost. Excuse me. And we'll hit this guy with a Hoarfrost stream, because that's kind of the whole point. Okay. Good. It knocked in toward us, so we can go for a backstab and get back quite a bit of our Ichor, about 14 Ichor that we lost. So, and actually, the 14 is exactly the amount that we used, because we used 4 for Dark Shout, and then we used 10 for Hoarfrost stream. So this build can be changed up depending on utility, that you need based on your gifts and based on what blood veil you're going for.
Thanks.
Okay, and we just need one here, so we'll go for a gift activator. Good, we got a backstab in spite of all that. Good, very good. Okay, so another pretty easy room that is typically kind of difficult, and you can still hear monkeys wherever they are. Not exactly sure where the monkeys are, but they're up there somewhere. But these kinds of rooms kind of become pretty difficult if you're doing it some other way. But Hoarfrost Stream kind of takes the difficulty out of the rooms. So as a dark gifter, we get a lot better ability here than normal. Okay, so for this, we're gonna switch and try and increase our chances of our lottery ticket here.
I'm on my way.
Okay, come on, roll lucky sevens. Come on, come on, come on. And nope, nothing this time. Okay, too bad. And Everest. Now we're coming up to the Blade Bearer and Cannoneer here, so we'll have to switch up our active gifts accordingly for each one. And if we have an ice, we have a 81 ice defense, which isn't terribly good. It's pretty bad actually, and so we will be in for quite a wild ride here with these two, as it's going to be pretty rough. And we're just going to go ahead and rest at the missile because we need to change everything up anyways, and we don't want to be waiting around for cooldowns here and such. Okay. So having Mia along will definitely help us out, as she will be invaluable to keep alive for this fight. So we won't be needing this. So what did I want to go for? Probably need tirelessness. Dex is fine. We will be going for Dancing Blaze and Ember Reversal, and here we will be going for the Big Nuke paired up with Frost Turret. We'll get rid of Dark Shout because we're not going to have enough time to actually utilize any of that, and these three are going to be invaluable here, and we'll go for an Antifreeze Tonic and a Fireproof Tonic just in case. So this should be kind of, you know, our little setup here that we'll go for. And if you notice, the reason we're doing the Suicide Spur and the Bayonet is it gets us to exactly 49, which is exactly half, so we get quick mobility, so we can take advantage of the Swift Destruction bonus. So this should be good. And okay, Mia, let's go. And we will definitely go for Mia's Communal here at the beginning. So let's go for Blood Sacrifice here at the beginning, just to make sure that we have enough. Now we're actually going to have to play this simply because we won't be having extreme resistances or anything of the sort. So we're going to definitely have to be on our toes here. So if I'm not commenting fully, I apologize up front. And here we're going to go for the ice version. Actually, no, we're going to go for the intensified. There we go. Okay. And sure, we'll go for the tonics, even though it won't matter. Whoops. There we go. It applied just as the cutscene had started, so that's good. Okay, let's drink some water, get ready. Okay, and as my general rule, I go for the Blade Bearer first to get her out of the way as quickly and easily as possible. But we're going to have eyes in the back of our head. Where is she? Okay. Oh boy, we're dead. Mia's dead. Yep. I don't know what that glitch there was. That was kind of weird. But as you can see, we can do fairly good damage to her. It's just that we need to not have the glitch, number one, and then we also need to have eyes in the back of our head to watch
You're
for
really
the
okay.
watch for the cannoneer. But as we aren't built for resistance on this fight, we will definitely have serious issues.
Maybe we should try rethinking things.
So let's go for Mia's Communal, since that helps us cast faster and get things like these gifts going immediately. And we got double blood-sucking blades now, so that's good. Now these don't help too terribly a lot, but they're definitely nice to have to come along. So there you can see the double hit combo and we're dead. Thanks, Mia. Oh boy. And I'm out of Ichor. Okay, so instead of trying these two on my own, where's the big fat boy? There we go. Okay. So we definitely need Mia, and it's going to be quite the struggle here, simply because we need to have the Blade Bearer kind of distracted from the two of us by her. But who knows if that's actually the case? And we need to be able to get in on the Blade Bearer quickly enough that we can do some damage with our blade, so we can do gifts accordingly. So it's I mean, it's kind of the same generic, dodge in, get attacks, do damage, dodge out, blah blah blah. But it's a lot more technical because you definitely need to be paying attention to the cannoneer a lot more than normal. So there, we got to get out of there. Oh, see, and we're dead in one hit from the cannoneer. Oh boy. What's he doing? What's she doing? Okay. Oh no. Oh, and I'm dead. So as you can see, we are a glass cannon in a sense. And we don't have any sustain at all, so it's a one-hit kill, and we're down. So maybe we should go for the chunky boy first. We'll see. We're not doing too well, Mia. This is a very, very difficult fight under these circumstances. Okay, and if we go for him first, that's fine, but we will definitely have a more difficult time because we're going to have to be watching his flame bursts while at the same time dodging the Blade Bearer as she runs in and goes crazy. See? She's already coming in there. Okay. Oh boy. Mia's already dead. Oh boy. And I'm dead. So I don't know which is better or worse, because Mia's a brittle, frail little girl, and I'm also, like I said, a glass cannon. So yeah, there is a way, but we'll see if it's this way. There's always a way past every. There's always an easy way past every boss. It's just you need to work pretty hard to be able to find them. So we'll see what we can do here. So we'll go for the Blade Bearer. We'll grab our haze, maybe hit the cannoneer a few times, and then we'll hightail it over to her. Oh jeez, she's already here. Okay, not you. Oh good grief, I'm already dead. Okay, let's go, Mia. Oh my goodness. Yep. This is where, wow, and Mia's dead too. This is where resistances are so crucial, and why they're so beneficial when it comes to a fight like this. Simply because of the fact that, you can just get pummeled time and time again. We'll see if this might be one of those. Okay. Nope. Okay, here we go. Now, let's see if I can actually concentrate here, maybe. for a second. And since there's no time to really ever heal, okay, where is she? She's killing me, and I'm dead. I got staggered. We're dead. Oh. Okay. Oh. This is going to be quite the struggle.
Morning, sunshine.
Hi, Mia. Good to see you. So I hope everyone out there is doing well, staying safe, and still enjoying themselves in spite of Corona and everything else that's going on out there.
All prepared?
Yeah, it's a rough time. So, you know, just like here in Code Vein, there's no panic button for anything. So I hope everybody's doing well and staying safe. Okay, let's try this again here. Let's go for our haze. Okay. Oh, good grief. At least they're both on me. Oh no, we're dead. Mia, what? How in the world, girl? Oh, good grief. I got caught in the stagger. Okay. Hold on. You and me both, Mia. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can heal. I don't know what Chunky Boy's doing. Oh boy. Oh boy, we're dead. Oh. Well, we got 2 gifts off that time. That was way better than before. And since Mia takes basically 2 hits to the Blade Bearer and basically 2 hits to the Cannoneer, she's got a little bit more health than I do.
Good idea to cool down a bit.
Because Caster, it has a horrible vitality and fortitude, so our defenses are absolute trash for this fight. And let's go for the ice variant, just to help us a little bit more.
Here, now's the time.
Since it doesn't really matter what kind of damage we're doing. So this is where Dark Casters have a really, really bad time, because you need to be striking the enemy and getting Ichor while... Oh. Got stuck on the pillars, of course. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh no. What? That goes through the pillar? Oh, of course it does. Of course it goes through the pillars. Why would I think that the pillar, the inanimate solid steel and concrete reinforced pillar would, why would I think that that would block her attack? Blocks mine.
You're awake? Can you see me?
Oh, there's a lot of salt in this fight. And it's for good reason, simply because of the fact that it's really, really, really difficult this way. And I can just switch up my build and I can make this look like a joke.
Thanks.
Which is Code Vein in a nutshell. You can struggle, and then you can do something a little bit different, and all of a sudden it's easy peasy Japanese.
You're lucky that was still there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. This guy's gonna be coming in here. gotta heal sometime here. Oh, of course. No, I want this. I want her. Oh, good grief. Okay. Hey, come here. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. Maybe those will keep her down. Oh, she's of course she's staggered. Wow. Oh no. I'm sorry, Mia. Oh boy, here she comes. What is this guy's problem? Okay. See mine bounce off the pillars. Okay. Oh, good grief. No. Oh, Mia, I'm sorry. No. All the way in the back corner, the worst place to die. Oh, in a dark alleyway where nobody can see you. More water.
Hey, are you okay?
Okay, so you can see that if we get her staggered into a corner or an area where we actually have the ability to do some gifting, where we're not backed up against the wall and the reversal is slamming up against the wall for us, we actually can do some pretty decent dark gifting into them. But in the event that we're getting hit by the Cannoneer and the Blade Bearer at the same time, it's just a horrible, horrible event for us. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, good grief. See this stupid Cannoneer. Ugh, he's hit me twice now. Come on, Mia. No way. I just hate the two of these together and how their abilities pair together. It's so frustrating. Okay. But, you know, I mean, that is Code Vein. That is why this game is so intriguing to me, is because, you know, this could be something that I would complain about, you know, for days or days, you know, or I just use my imagination a little bit and switch up how the gifts interact and what other weapons I should go for and different things, and it can be completely different. So that's one of the reasons why I always keep coming back to this game. I feel like this is what Darksiders 3 should have been, but instead it was, I feel like Darksiders 3 missed out on a whole lot of this kind of identity. Oh. But that's what I wanted from Darksiders 3, was something like this game. And when I got it here in Code Vein, I just couldn't see myself leaving. Okay, where's the stupid fat man? There he is. Yeah, of course he's doing his stupid stuff. Yeah, good. Mia healed up. Thanks, Mia. Let's go ahead and heal. Oh, good grief, another fire explosion for whatever reason. Okay. Why is he coming after me? Oh boy. Mia, my turn to save you. Okay. Okay, I need to get out of here before this guy staggers me to death. Oh boy. No way, come on. Stupid guy. Did I get her? Yes. Okay. Oh boy. Dancing Blaze is an exceptional gift for her because it does the fire piercing. Oh boy. Me too, Mia. Well, not that much, but I'll try and get you up here, Mia. Don't worry. Okay, come here, lady. That's another thing that's great for these two is spreading the field. Oh. Okay, good. There we go. Okay. Oh, that was a hit I did not want to take. Oh boy. Hang on there, Mia. Let me heal. Okay. Oh boy. No. Oh, I can't get her back. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, let's spread the field again. And we're dead. As soon as you get into that stagger, she's just pushing my body around. There's just no way to get out of it. I mean, unless you have Royal Heart, Dogged Fighter, and Conviction Spike all active at the same time to have impenetrable stagger resistance. You know, it's just absolutely bonkers how you can get into this. So if you were doing something like that, you would be going for what is it? Royal Heart. You'd go for Dogged Fighter, and you would pick up EO and go for Conviction Spike, and you would have massive stagger resistance. So much so that it wouldn't matter what your stagger was. You would just instantly walk through it, no problem. But you'd have to also pair up with some kind of elemental resistance as well, so you take no damage and you take no stagger, period. So that would be that would be definitely a way to get through here. And we might have to do something like that just to get past these two, since you know, this is all very kind of janky that we can't do damage at all. Okay. Oh, good grief. And he does 1800, and I do 300. Okay. Now we're doing okay here, but as soon as we get out of here, we're going to be in a hard way. Oh boy, we're dead. And me is dead. Oh, I'm alive. What? Okay. We need to heal. I hope she's not coming over here. Oh boy. Oh boy, now she's coming over here. By her, I mean the Blade Bearer. Oh boy, Nami is dead. Okay, so we got him to like half health. Oh boy. Oh. And I ran right into the fireball there. Oh. So we were doing better versus him. So one of these alone, we can take them absolutely no problem. However, once they're paired up, it just becomes infinitely more difficult. There's not even a comparison to how difficult these two become when they're paired up together. Especially because you need two resistances, and you need two different types of damage typing. You need Pierce, for her and crush for him, and you need fire for her and ice for him. So you need 2 different types of elements, you need 2 different types of weapon damage, and you need 2 different types of resistances, while all at the same time needing to have eyes in the back of your head for these stupid fire pools that they put on the ground. Oh, see, that was my entire health bar in one shot. So that's why it's kind of, not fair at all. Okay. And there is an element of the get good bro stuff, but not as much as you'd think there would be. Oh, what? I like Mia's, oh, good grief. The Cannoneer again. I like Mia's lines of, do I remember who she is? That's a really cool question to ask. Come on, dude. Stop with all the stun attacks. What? Okay, more water. I'm gonna run out of water. And I'm gonna run out of disk space as well for these videos where I die a lot. Okay, we're up to 46 minutes. That's too long. That's way too long for you guys to watch the pain of this all. Oh, we got gifts for no reason. Okay, so let's, instead of this, let's go for elemental wall. This, and we'll forget this for now. We won't need Mia's communal. What do we need? A fortitude? Yeah, we're not getting any of these. Okay, and let's see. Well, we'll be normal, so we'll miss out on a lot of things here. Okay. So, again, this is why I always choose resistances first. I do it this way because it's just absolutely bonkers dumb in how these two just pair up together. And it kind of forces you down this road, unless you're some, crazy, amazing player that, can read every attack and you know exactly when the Cannoneer is doing his attack in the background and you can hear all that. I can't. Okay, so see, now we don't take any damage. So, now it's completely unfair against them. So it's like, well, okay. Yep. So you can see when we have perfect balance active, we don't take okay. We don't take a whole lot of damage, or we don't stagger at all. See? And with these, we just continually bop around. It's kind of amazing. Okay. Now we need some ichor. What? That stupid idiot with his stagger. Okay, now we need elemental wall, and we definitely need our, will give Mia, oh, thanks Mia. No, don't kill Mia. Okay. Okay, let's go for some ichor here. Let's get our resistances up. Okay. Where's she at? Let's go ahead and heal. Okay. Okay. This is why I mean, look at these health bars. and look at the amount of damage it requires to put these two down. Okay. No. Oh, Mia, I'm sorry. Get out of here, chunky fat man. I don't want none of your business. Where are you? You and your stupid flamethrower. Yeah. Elemental wall. Good. Okay, so she's dead now. So now we can let this guy be dumb and go for Baba Yaga's Gaze. Okay. And we will go for Frost Turret. And we will go for the Fire Resistance. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. Now this is just going to be, you know, a kind of weird fight, as it's just the two of us. Okay, and let's go for blood-sucking blades. If we can get a moment of peace here. Okay. Here we go. And we'll go for Hunting Feast instead of this. Where is it? There we go. Okay. Now we need some Ichor to get back Ichor. Okay, let's go for blood-sucking blades. Come on. Okay. See, we still can die. Okay, Hunting Feast. And let's go ahead and heal. And let's go for Frost Turret and a Baba Yaga's Gaze. Yep. Go for Elemental Wall. And Flame Protection. Okay. Another Frost Turret. Ooh. We'll go for Baba Yaga's Gaze into him. So you can see here that this is just a, I mean, look at the damage we're doing, nothing, but we're back up to 30 Ichor, so that's good. Now we can go for this one, to be Freezing Roar. So we have another Ice Crush, as that's what his weakness is. Go for a Baba Yaga's Gaze. As you can see, those do considerable damage. Oops. Okay. So you see how long of a fight it is, even just with being pretty invincible. Oh no. Come on. Yes. Oh. What? No way. Come on.
Oh, you're back.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's do it again. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna put Mia up here. Flame, yeah. And ice. Wow, that was... Wow, that was something, huh? That was something. Okay. Holy cow. Wow. Wow. And fire pierce. We're not really gonna have fire pierce, but oh, we'll just go for firestorm.
Now we're ready.
No, we're not. I don't even want to talk about that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow.
Stay on guard.
You too, Mia. Oh my goodness, I just want this to end. I don't even know what's happening, I'm just clicking. Okay. Yep, sure. Hit me. I don't care. Okay. Let's go ahead and heal. Good grief, dude. Stop hitting me. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. Oh man. Stop. Where are you going? You guys are picking on Mia. Okay. She's gone. Dingo is El Stupido Spanish for how I feel right now. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Let's go for Frost Turret. And we'll go for Freezing Roar. Okay. Where are you going? Chunky. No more of that. So his physical attacks are pretty strong, but his flame attacks do basically nothing. So okay, let's go for a drain. and a fire tonic, and a gift accelerator. Okay, let's go for a Baba Yaga's Gaze, and a freezing roar, and another frost turret. And let's get a bunch of ichor so we can do this. There we go. Oh my goodness. What a lame victory. That was a very, very sad victory. Oh my goodness. Unfortunate, but that's the way it is. Okay, and now we need to pick a crush sword to run Mito. And let's look at our crush options here. Probably go for the alleviated. Let's see. Get rid of this. And oops. Let's look for 1780. 1788. Okay.
What's up? You notice something?
Okay. What's this? Ooh, 1833. Okay. So this might be the highest crush in the game. 1724, that's not bad. None of these are looking too good. 1782, that's pretty good. This is crush, but it's fire based. Yeah. Okay, so let's go for... We'll go for the Juggernaut Sledgehammer, 1709, that's a little less. And what is this? 1788 and 1833. Okay, we'll go for hammers. Sorry, oops. We'll go for hammers, I said. There we go. And none of this, because he's strong to elements. Good. And we go for this, and inhibit, and just in case, inhibit. Okay. And there's no other way for me to get more damage out than what we have here, unless we go for a Bridge to Glory something or other. But this doesn't have an exceptional mind scaling, so it's going to be kind of lackluster anyways. Okay. Now the problem with Mito is he refills your health bar on entrance into the arena. So that's really bad for us. So what is our sledgehammer at? 2146. It's pretty good.
Leave the rest to us.
But
Let's go bring Mito to justice.
but if we had two-handed sword, what would be this one? 2138, and this one is 2073. Oh wait, yeah. So the sword here is much more damaging. But okay. So let's see. We'll see how close to one shot we get. Even though we can't actually get there, it's worth it to see if you can. Okay. And final journey, and then 1 and 2 and 3, but it doesn't matter because it puts us back to full health anyways. So that's a real problem. And let's go. Oh man, that Blade Bearer Cannoneer fight, that was depressing almost. Almost depressing. But that was very tough. Until you get the resistances in there, and then it's just kind of over. But which is why I okay, good. Come on, Jack. Oh. go. Now, since we won't have the health regen of the animation and the cutscene, we can just run in and we can have all of our buffs active. I don't know why it does that. I think they consider it a bonus for you, like a help. That look, you get refilled on health. Isn't that awesome? And it is awesome if you're playing like a regular game
Might be a bit tough
and not
waiting
doing
for
these
some.
other crazy things. But this is when you don't want that to happen. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. Now we are still normal mobility, so that's really, really good, even though we have a massively heavy weapon. Okay, let's get it going. Okay, see now we stay below half health when we enter the arena, so we can definitely go for a better understanding of if we can get the one shot or not. Oh, come on. Him and his Heelys. Good grief. This is why I hate Mito. This is why I hate him so bad. Yeah, you'll get to know how I feel about Mito really, really well as you watch all the way to the end of the road to 100, if you even make it that far with me. So these are taking more problems than I'm used to going through here, but I guess that's to be expected, as Code Vein never ever holds your hand in any way, shape, or form. But this is going to be a very long episode and a very, 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 very long upload. Unfortunately, but that's what it's going to be. Okay, let's heal. There we go. And this and this. Okay.
Heal. That's a good idea.
Okay, Mito. Come on. Play nice. You never do. You're always a jerk. Okay, here we go.
To the fruit of my research.
Oh, so close.
You're ready.
I wonder if we can actually get it then if we would use the Wrathful Balmung. I wonder if that would have been the little bit of damage that we would have needed to get over the edge. Next playthrough we'll investigate the Wrathful Balmung with all of the buffs up here. But that's an insane amount of damage that we did there. 2146, and if we would have switched to the Wrathful Balmung, what would we have been? 2200. Ooh, so it would have been like 64 more. And that 64 actually translates to quite a bit when it's buffed, you know, to an extreme amount. So we'll have to try that next time and see if the Wrathful Balmung. So 2104. So you definitely have to go for the fortified, as that will do the most damage, and then we would have to employ a mobility enhancer while being down at half damage. Okay, so we're gonna cut it here, but that's definitely what we're gonna be trying next time. So thank you all for watching. I'm sorry it took so long here, but thank you all for sticking with me, and if you made it all the way to the end, you might well consider giving a like for that, just for that fact that you actually made it to the end. Give yourself a pat on the back. So thank you everyone, and we'll talk to you in the next one.